For March 26, 2025, this is DC Action News, reporting bravely and boldly every Wednesday as the news breaks from the center of the multiverse. I'm Alex Jaffe. Our top story: Henry Charles, secret sovereign of the United States of America, has finally been deposed. Following a report from the Daily Planet, Charles was recently exposed by the planet's Clark Kent and private investigator Detective Chimp as the latest in a long lineage of rulers who have been controlling the nation since a generation before George Washington's presidency. After orchestrating a hostile campaign against the Amazons of Themyscira, Wonder Woman and her allies cornered the exposed Charles in a White House standoff, forcing his unconditional surrender to her authority, as a coordinated assault by the Amazon princess's Wonder Girls stripped the personal wealth and network of blackmail material used to maintain his position. Charles is currently being held in Amazon custody. No elected government officials have come forward to speak on his behalf. We can thank Wonder Woman that our nation's highest office is no longer controlled by an unelected oligarch. In more political news, the Justice League has rescued 19 of the 20 national representatives attending this year's G20 summit from the latest attack by the super-terrorist group Inferno, briefly imprisoning some of the world's most powerful leaders in a monster-inhabited pocket dimension. For the first time since their initial activity, we can now officially confirm the identity of one member of Inferno as the telepathic super-ape Gorilla Grodd, disguised in the abduction as the missing representative. The nature of the rest of the organization, along with any goals or mission statement beyond global destabilization, remains unknown. In Star City, Quinn Consolidated subsidiary Horton Chemical is facing charges from the freshwater community for a land deal with Senator Eustace Foley, which has left dangerous deposits of benzene in their drinking water, allegedly the cause of chronic illness in many citizens who have grown up in freshwater. In a likely related story, Quinn Consolidated president Oliver Queen recently survived a run-in with the notorious freshwater killer. While Queen has proven luckier than the killer's previous victims, Queen's targeting all but proves a link between the freshwater survivors group's mounting campaign against Horton Chemical. Gothamites this week were nearly subjected to another water crisis of their own. The Joker has gone missing after a foiled attempt to contaminate the city reservoir with his signature toxically mutilated Jokerfish piranhas. The Batman is reportedly in pursuit, leaving us to wonder in the meantime why the Clown Prince of Crime has resorted to repeating his greatest hits. Is this literal return to the reservoir a sign that Gotham's villains are running out of fresh ideas? Or is this merely the opening act of a dark nostalgia tour? Whatever the case, don't expect us at DC Action News to stay hush. Business, sports, and weather after this.
Have you been experiencing extreme emotional outbursts in the past 3 months? Has your rage, fear, or envy manifested around you as devastating heart-like constructs? You may be experiencing the fractured emotional spectrum, a result of the Durlan shapeshifter-run United Planets organization systematically detonating each of the Lantern Corps' central power batteries. If this describes you, your emotional distress may entitle you to monetary compensation from the Durlan government. Call the law firm of Josiah Power today. You don't have to be a lantern to get the green you deserve.
Welcome back to DC Action News. In business, former LexCorp CEO Lex Luthor was taken back into custody today after a tip from Superman that he had begun recovering from his amnesia. The company, now Supercorp, remains operational under the charge of Luthor's former chauffeur and bodyguard, Mercy Graves. Despite Luthor's reincarceration, stock prices are up thanks to Supercorp's recent brokerage of a lucrative weapons contract with the intergalactic Kundian Empire. Meanwhile, historic Daily Planet competitor the Daily Star reopened its doors this week with a public unveiling of their building redesign, complete with, somehow, an outbreak of Cretaceous-era dinosaurs through the streets of Metropolis. The Star's spokesperson, Mariposa Lujan, announced the direction of the corporate rebrand as the launching platform of the world's first honest social media. We'll believe that when men can fly. In Jump City, chemical and robotics company Stag Industries took a tumble today when their corporate headquarters came to life as a giant rampaging robot. METAMORPHO and the Element Woman were on the scene subduing the building. The root cause was identified as a virus placed in Stag HQ's defense systems via corporate espionage by an organization they call Cyclops. CEO Simon Stagg promises to address investor concerns with a new product line superior to METAMORPHO himself. When asked whether Cyclops might have gained access to the plans for this same product line in their recent attack, Stagg became unavailable for comment. And now sports. Round 5 of the Lady Shiva vs. Black Canary Championship bout ended in a draw after a stunning upset where the champion Shiva was poised to cave Canary's face in with her foot. We remind our viewers that such action is completely legal after both competitors waived all legal claims to any harm that should befall them in this match. To us, that seems like it probably shouldn't cover literal murder, but what do we know? Until last month, nobody knew America was ruled by a secret king. In weather, seismic disturbances across the world continue and a massive storm forms over the entire west coast of Africa as Eclipso, the avatar of God's wrath, has achieved a new apotheosis as an extra-dimensional entity which now refers to itself as the Heliophage. We can confirm that the Flash, currently stationed on the moon, is planning to run very fast about it. In Deaths and Resurrections this week, we'd like to welcome back Amygdala, formerly thought to be a victim of the Gotham East End turf war between Catwoman and Punchline. The frequent Arkham inmate was spotted in the employ of Throat Cutter Hill real estate magnate Althea Klang. Congratulations, Amygdala! And finally, for those looking for a unique weekend out, the Gotham Museum of Art's newest exhibit, The Art of Fart, is officially open to the public, collecting historical works from around the world about the role of flatulence in every culture. Perhaps the most impressive item on display is a collection of original love letters by author James Joyce. The GMOA curator had this to say about the debut of this limited engagement. It was a challenge arriving at an exhibit theme that no supervillain would ever possibly consider disrupting. But this time, I think we've cracked it. We've certainly cracked something. And that's all the news on Our Prime Earth. We'll be back next week. For DC Action News, I'm Alex Jaffe, and your day has now been saved. For more on these developing stories, read Wonder Woman number 19, Justice League Unlimited number 5, Green Arrow number 22, Batman number 158, Green Lantern number 21, Superman number 24, Power Girl number 19, Metamorpho the Element Man number 4, Black Canary Best of the Best number 5, The Flash number 19, Harley Quinn number 49, and Harley Quinn FARTACULAR Silent but Deadly. DC Action News was created by Alex Jaffe and is produced by Alex Jaffe and Esper Quinn. Additional voices by Ripley Quinn. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of DC or Warner Bros. Discovery, nor should they be read as confirmation or denial of future DC plans. Never stop reading comics.